Come to part 3 of this 4-part series. We're discussing about farmer ACP Derek Clappy Smoke Night. Him call himself Cowboy. And farmer SSP Terence Bent. The people in Clarendon have spoken and said that, Jamaican Young Police channel, we need to just don't talk about Mr. Bent, talk about Cowboy, because Cowboy is one thief in police. People accuse yours truly of being a thief too, because I used to work with him. But as I said before and I say again, I don't know how to thief, because that's not in my DNA. When it comes on to fighting crime, I'm a crime fighter. I have no problem sending criminals where they belong, prison or the departure alone, because once you try to violate my rights or take my life, then I have to defend myself. And you know, all of them people them in a Clarendon, yeah man, I know Smiley and my friend, I have a bridge in where, I still remember him name and them thing, but you used to have even a Taylor brother where he used to sew my pants. Him that Canada name Justin Brown. Rusty and all them youth there. But me and him are a friend. I just know them because I'm a police. But I had met some nice people down in Jamaica. Used to have a Chinaman right in front of the police station near Mosi. I don't know what I'm to him. A Chinaman, him love gambling and them thing there. That are right behind Max. Max where have a big bakery and them thing there. Max is a half-white brother, or a white brother, because him have blue eyes. And him used to, and him wife used to live right in a waterfall there, and I shouldn't, you understand what I'm saying? I don't remember her name, but him have some beautiful, Myrna, yeah. I don't know why I'm to Myrna. That's a Max wife. Yeah man, she come from Waterford, pretty, black. But boy, Max did a jealous man, him used to beat her. I don't know why I'm to Max. People at Mapen can't tell me why I'm to Max and them thing there, Myrna. I used to have a brother when he in country work, I bakery, and him have a sister when he in Carroll. But he used to live out at 19 miles. But that's a talk from memory, because I have some nice time at Mapen, Yeah, man, Mapen is a nice place to work as a police. Back then, well, you have to really connect it and them thing to stay at Mapen long as a young police, them really keep it there. So I didn't really stay at Mapen until my 2 year, probationary period. I'm saying, alright, go on now, go do some police work, and I just so I go. So remember, say trust, truth, and transparency, the foundation of strong communities. Welcome back to the Jamaican Young Police channel, and welcome to part 3 of this important 4-part series. In part 1, we discuss the meaning of accountability, the principle that everyone, regardless of position, influence, or reputation, must be willing to answer for their actions. And before moving forward, or moving on, just please type and tell me where you're watching this video from. But if you watch it from Canada, England, all of them are either New York, or either Botswana, Nigeria, are you there right back at Jamaica, or even on a GP? Just please tell us where you're watching the video from. In part 2, we are examining the difficult balance between friendship and public duty. Understanding that while relationships matter, public responsibility requires fairness, professionalism, and a commitment to principles that protect everyone. Now, in part 3, we move into another important area: trust, truth, and transparency. Because every strong society is built on trust. Trust between citizens and institutions. Trust between communities and leaders. Trust between the public and those who are given responsibility to serve. But trust is not something that can simply be demanded. Trust must be earned. It is earned through honesty. It is earned through consistency. It is earned when people believe that decisions are being made fairly and that the same standards apply to everyone. When trust is damaged, rebuilding it requires more than words. It requires action. It requires transparency. It requires a willingness to address difficult questions and provide clear explanations. Transparency does not mean that every detail of every situation can always be made public. It means that people understand the importance of openness, accountability, and responsible communication. A society becomes stronger when citizens feel confident that they can ask questions, express concerns, and participate in meaningful conversation without fear. Truth is also essential, but speaking truth requires patience. It requires looking beyond headlines, emotions, and assumptions. It requires examining facts, listening to different perspectives, and allowing evidence to guide conclusions. In today's world, information moves faster than ever. A statement can travel around the world in seconds. A rumor can spread before the truth has a chance to catch up. That's why the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is very good at telling lies. But the thing is that now in this era, social media is destroying their lives. And they're still lying. Because they know that their supporters, it doesn't matter what they are doing or what they have done, they're still not going to change. Even the only thing now left for the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization tell them to do is to bake dodo and tell them it's brownies. Trust me, that's how they, because these are people who can't think, The goal should not be to create division. The goal should be understanding. The goal should not be protect individuals or attack individuals. The goal should be to strengthen the principles that protect everyone. That is why this conversation is bigger than any single person or any single situation. It is about the kind of society we want to build. Do we want a society where questions are ignored, or one where concerns can be examined responsibly? Do we want institutions that avoid accountability, or institutions that become stronger through transparency? Do we want communities divided by suspicion, or communities united by truth and mutual respect? In part 3, we will continue exploring why trust, truth, and transparency are the foundation of progress. We're talking the T to the third power. Because when trust exists, communities can work together. When truth is respected, people can make informed decisions. And when transparency is valued, institutions become stronger. Stay with us throughout this episode, because this conversation continues to go deeper. And for those who want the extended discussion, additional research, and exclusive content beyond what we can cover publicly, consider joining our Patreon community. And thanks for supporting the Jamaican Young Police. So moving on, this is part 3 of this 4-part series. If this is the first time visiting the Jamaican Young Police channel, and you haven't subscribed as yet, please consider subscribing. If you are already a subscriber, but you are not receiving your notifications, please unsubscribe, then subscribe again, and make sure your notifications are turned on. At the present moment, it's only 172 people that subscribe to the Jamaica Young Police channel are receiving notification. Let me repeat myself, 172 people. That's the threshold that YouTube had put on the channel from their surrogates, from the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization surrogates that's in YouTube. And it started from a guy by the name of Omar Ibanks, a convicted drug dealer and a deportee, after he had exposed Mark Gumabir Golin in the killing of the PMP councillor Tyson. That's from when the channel has been under attack. because he had revealed the names of the people who had played an integral role in the killing of this man. And it go right back to the opposition leader, the big belly white man from England. So they had killed Tyson to give Omar Ebanks the seat. So he had exposed the opposition leader in an alleged murder case. So to those of you who have stood with this channel over the years, thank you for your loyalty and support. Many of you have watched the challenges this channel has faced over the past 2.5 years. Through it, we have remained committed to our mission of sharing our perspectives, encouraging discussion, and standing by what we believe is the truth. History reminds us that evil and wickedness may appear to prosper for a season. There are times when deception seems to win, and those who celebrate wrongdoing believe they have the final word. But history also teaches that lies are temporary. Lies are temporary. Truth as a way of enduring, and integrity as a way of outlasting deception. No matter how difficult the journey may become, we will continue to pursue what we believe is right and truthful. Speak with conviction and encourage our audience to think critically, examine the evidence, and draw their own conclusions. Truth endures forever. Integrity endures forever. That is why we remain committed to this journey with you. They can't break us. Never. But as we say, the longest liver will see. Yes, welcome to the Jamaican Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. You don't think them know for these great criminal likes. You understand? Remember, PNP give us the Klansman gang, the most brutal gang ever in Jamaica's history. Show a passing never do what them do. Show a passing the cut off pitney and baby head. PNP do that. Barbaric people them. Them not nothing in love. So you can't compare show a pass it to the PNP. The show a pass them, they were all about doing business. Them sell them drugs and all of them things there. And you're not supposed to rob them. All of the people that them kill people will rob them. Them believe in honesty, although a criminality. But if them selling them drugs, them expect you to pay them. PNP no like pay, they love rob people. And that's the same thing like with cat. So anyway, moving on. In every profession, people from various parts of society come together and work. People form friendships. Police officers work together under difficult conditions. Journalists spend years covering the same communities. Public officials collaborate with colleagues over long careers. Those relationships are natural. However, public duty requires that personal loyalty never replace objective judgment. If a journalist is reporting on a story involving someone they know, they still have a responsibility to verify facts. If a former investigator comments publicly on a case, they should rely on evidence rather than assumptions. If a public official is asked about concerns involving a colleague, transparency and fairness should come first. This is not about abandoning friendships. It is about recognizing that public trust depends on impartiality. When institutions appear to protect individuals simply because of personal connections, confidence in those institutions suffers. By contrast, when everyone is treated consistently, public confidence grows. The public deserves to know that decisions are based on facts and established procedures, not on who is popular or well connected. Jamaican people believe that connection is everything in Jamaica. Who you know or who know you. Why evidence matters. In every credible investigation, evidence, not speculation, is what matters. Evidence can take many forms. Official reports created by investigators, court records and judicial decisions, documented investigations conducted by authorized agencies, sworn testimony given under oath, corroborated evidence supported by multiple independent sources, physical evidence, photographs, videos, and forensic analysis where applicable. Each of these sources has strengths and limitations, which is why investigators compare multiple pieces of information before reaching conclusions. I say all the while and I say it again. Police at times send innocent people to prison. And I'll not deny that. Because sometimes I'm trying to extort people and them can't get through them extortion. Them frame them. Derek Cowboy night do that to Junior Cat. Plant gunshot on him. And it was yours truly who intervened why Junior Cat not go to prison. And then him see man come out and tell a lie. You know, say him not even know me. But I just saw it go. A rumor is not evidence. A social media post is not evidence by itself. Anonymous allegation is not proof. A repeated claim does not become true simply because it has been repeated many times. In democratic societies, allegations should be investigated, but conclusions should be based on verified facts. This protects innocent people while also ensuring that legitimate misconduct, if it exists, can be addressed through proper legal channels. Evidence-based decision-making is not only fair, it strengthens confidence in the justice system. Building public trust. Public trust is one of the most valuable assets any institution can possess. People cooperate with law enforcement when they believe officers will act fairly. Citizens respect courts when they believe judges are impartial. Communities support journalists when they believe reporting is accurate and balanced. Trust is built through transparency, consistency, and due process. Transparency means explaining decisions whenever possible. As I said before and I say again, twice in my police career, police tell lie upon me. The last lie I tell upon me was Derek Cowboy night, where you got a policeman by the name of Tyndale for tell lie on me. That I threatened that I was going to kill him because he arrested my friend, a policeman named Leonard Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke and I used to work together, we weren't friends. Gunsmoke, was a thief in police. Yeah, Gunsmoke was a thief. And I can't give you an example where I know of where Gunsmoke come to me if he got thief. And I tell him say no, and then him end up in a shooting a man dead and him thing there. If he got thief. So and knowing with that we go up and raid on a Waterhouse gully. The gully bang. And Gunsmoke thief money out of Nash house. And because them know me, and them say them did see in the room. I was one of the police, so I remember. And I had to bring Gunsmoke to the DDI. And them take the money out of him pocket. So I say, I tell lie upon people. Gunsmoke can't say a lie, I tell upon him. Because him the thief the money out of the house and them thing there. So so Cowboy, yeah, use Tyndale for tell lie for me. So me say me I will kill Tyndale because I'm lock up gun smoke my friend for corruption. Me say me I kill him. Two other detectives were there, Scully and a detective side named Carlos Bell. But because night him have him friend them in a hierarchy, they were able to conjure up and charge me. Not this time, this I was charged departmentally. And my case wasn't that era 4. Them send my case a Kingston Western to try it down at Denham Town. When we got there now, Denham Town said, boy, I want to deal with court inquiry in era 4. Never hear back again them thing there. So I ain't telling no one to promote it. That I want to be when them tell lie on you. When them know why you get promotion. And them friend in charge at the time, the commissioner of police. Because them in the thing see commissioner of police Francis so I come with all kind of crime, rob all kind of people, drugs and do all kind of thing, escort drugs. I wasn't a part of that kind of communion of them thing there. You understand? So them tell lie on me, and by doing that, when my name pick up, oh boy, him threaten police and all of them things, me. The police were claim say me threatening him down New York now. Whatever tell me say I'm blind. But I'm sins because I'm wicked. This man and I had a cordial conversation that morning. This man has seen me for years. Time see me and say, old boy Porter, wait, me can't believe you're still around. And I say to him, say, boy Tyndale, how me say you're dead from AIDS? That me say to him, right in front of the two other police. And it turned from that to the next thing. Them writing a diary say me say, me I got threatening for kill him man. When that was said in a meeting that Monday morning, the two detectives, I wasn't even in a meeting. The man them said not like that, no, I was there. And Porter never threatened him, man. I man called Porter old boy and said, old boy Porter, me can't believe say he's still there but. And Porter said to him, say, boy, oh me say dead from 8. So it reached down say Porter threatened him. But because Cowboy had an axe grind against me, because in a meeting 2 weeks before, I literally beat him down, him and a DSP named Renford Robinson. Can I tell him, say, the two of you can't clean the dirt off of my shoes, and a baby police, you can't clean the dirt off of my shoes. One good thing you might have is rank over me, but you can't amount to me in this division. The respect of me I've got from criminals and the people them because of the work that I have done over the years. When a baby to me. And the detectives when I say, boy, I told them man, them can't come to them man. Them man run the police, you understand what I'm saying? Me didn't brag now boss. So to him now, Cowboy, him feelings hurt because them promote themselves. Me never do that. So that's how him tell lie on me. Get a policy lie about me. And end up second time that a court inquiry. An innocent man. Consistency means applying the same standards to everyone. I have never lied on a police officer. If that one point in time, when we were on team, Detective Inspector Gunter and yours truly and a police officer were called Sarge, we were on team. And Gunter and Ox, they had an argument and Ox disrespect Gunter. Gunter is a very respectful person. And when you diss Gunter, and you see Gunter have to respond in kind and diss him back, well, you know that was a bridge too far for Gunter. And then Ox now, because I'm rank, if he said for diss the man and the man for diss him, so I'm right up Gunter. Then he tried now to bribe me for write statement against Gunter. Gunter, I'm a team leader. You can't get me to do that. Me not go side with you. Are you started, are you diss the man? I'm tell him that and them thing, them try bribe me. You understand, for turn pan Gunter so him can make Gunter charge departmentally. I'm run him away. You can't do that. You can't diss somebody and then because you have rank, you use your rank on them. So you want me to lie about Gunter so that Gunter could be charged departmentally. Him write up Gunter, but that's where it ends. Because him not on a collaboration. Because him write that I was there and Andrew Williams. But him couldn't get no statement from Andrew Williams to support him either. And I would not. Because I tell him, say, you this the man. And I say, no, that this your back to. Gunter is a very respectful police officer. And when you go tell a man about his mother, come on, and you're police, what you expect? You get this done. Due process means giving individuals the opportunity to respond to allegations and ensuring decisions are made accordingly to establish legal procedures. Mistakes can happen in any institution. Police go out the street and police are not perfect, but that's why you have leadership. What distinguishes a healthy institution is how it responds. Honest review, corrective action where necessary, and openness about the process help maintain public confidence. The goal is not perfection. The goal is integrity. Strong institutions are strengthened, not weakened, when they are willing to examine concern, objectivity, and correct mistakes where appropriate. As we conclude today's discussion, I want to leave you with one final thought. Justice is not measured by how we treat our friends. It is measured by how consistently we apply the law to everyone. If we want a society built on fairness, then the standard should never change depending on the person involved. Whether someone is powerful or unknown, respected or controversial, the same principle should apply. Facts should come before assumptions. Evidence should come before speculation. Due process should come before judgment. Accountability should never be selective. These principles protect individuals, strengthen institutions, and preserve public confidence in the rule of law. So those of you who are police officer and say, boy, me if dead, because me an informer, I can't tell you say you're not wrong. Feel. You shouldn't be a police officer, you're supposed to be a gunman, because police officers are supposed to love informer. But the reason why you do not like me is because I do not like you, because you're a thief in police. You can't get puss the chance to get butter, I'm going to thief it, I'm going to lick it. Even if you put razor in my butter and tell the pussy, if you lick the butter, your tongue will get cut. Puss as thief, and by thief, by nature, you still going to lick it. So thanks for watching. If you found today's discussion thoughtful and worthwhile, please remember to like, share, and comment below. Whenever you like a video, you just hype it, you're going to see a pop-up. And I can tell you, if you want to get a full background about my life in growing up and in a Jamaican country, the same book that I'm writing, just join the top tier in my Patreon. People who join the top tier in my Patreon, they have special privilege at the Jamaican Young Police channel. That's how it is. It's called access. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe and you're not receiving notification, unsubscribe and subscribe again. As you heard in our introduction, the channel has been on attack for the past 2.5 years by the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization and their surrogates at YouTube. We're not afraid of it. We're not doing this in money, because if we not do this in money, we'd have quit long time for the past 2.5 years. If you just look at the numbers, you will see it. We're not like some blogger with easy figure. No, we're there for a reason. We are from the belly of the beast at 12 we left. Born and raised in our PMP community, PMP family, PMP everything. The only thing I'm in part to is criminality. You can't tell me nothing. Nobody can tell me anything about the PMP. I'm the first person to tell the world, say PMP is a criminal organization. Yes. People start catch on. I don't care where the PMP and them surrogate though. Remember, lies have expiry date, but truth, infinite. Have yourself a beautiful day. Until next time, stay informed, seek facts, And remember, the rule of law is the strongest when it's applied equally to everyone. And before I close off, after I haven't addressed when it comes on to public extortion, why it destroys public trust. When it come on, even police that were in a Clarendon, them, we know it's a Cowboy and Jerome weren't friends. We know that. So when time we put up in photograph and everything there with DCP Blake and Bent, we put it there because we knew that he was extorting Jerome. Radcliffe Lewis was there too. One of the greatest dangers to any police force is not simply crime on the streets, it is corruption within the ranks. Among the most damaging forms of corruption is extortion. Clapping night, Cowboy, the epitome of an extortionist, may I tell you that. Ask anybody. Ask any Iman Ox. There was a youth to come from off Longard Avenue. That a brother named Jimmy dead. And him and Jimmy was friend. And anytime Ox want money, him lock up a youth named Tilly. I don't think if him dead now. He must lock up the youth because he want Jimmy to give him money. And him and Jimmy are friend, Because Jimmy they were Tilly sister. So once him lock up Tilly, the youth named Tilly, Jimmy will give him money and him go look at the youth. The youth not do nothing, but the youth does all the troublemaker, and you understand. I don't know if him dead. But anytime Ox want money, him just lock up the youth. You understand? And I don't remember the girl name, but she used to complain. She complained to me all the time about it, and say, you can't talk to your friend. I say, me and the man a friend. She say, anytime him want money, him just lock up my brother. And then my man affair give money. Pretty girl, I don't remember she name, but she and Jimmy used to there. That Jimmy when them kill Jimmy Campbell. Him come from up one place named ZELLE in St. Catherine. Anytime Ox want money, him lock up the youth. Just lock him up. Arrest him on suspicion of murder. We have come to the end of part 3 of this 4-part series. Why trust, truth and transparency matter. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the end of part 3 of this powerful 4-part series. And I want to take a moment to explain why this conversation had to be carefully divided into 4 separate parts. We know that the goldfish them gone already, so we're not getting a complaint from them. Them still come, but them want entertainment. And over here is not entertainment. It's not a feel-good thing. We're telling the real mama papa truth because we want a better Jamaica. We don't want, no more youths lose them life to gun. Wherever you're in the world, education is the key. Some people that say, oh, you're not a criminal, but if you're in America, you have to walk and look behind the car. People want to kill you. Well, because it's a culture of informer, where them don't want to talk truth. But see me, I don't afraid of no guy. So when my time come, it does come. But I not want to believe it. I have many friends who have died, people who close to me, and then they will come back and tell me how it feel. You know, Earth, when time you die, the people never to leave behind. So just hope they will be strong. But another time I want to believe it, my day will come, and it must come. It's just that my day is not here as yet. There's nothing that I can do about it. So if somebody out there who's supposed to kill me will kill me, and that is written in my book of life, so be it. But I know say God is God, and I trust God. And then time me venture out into the world and everything there, I can tell people, say, if you try, make sure say you have your ID. In next of kin, because all I want is just one chance. Just one. That's it. Thanks to Uncle Sam training. When I was back in Jamaica, I digress. When I was back in Jamaica, I used to go to the range every Saturday with a man named Rorichin. Yeah. And they have other people. Every Saturday I came and go to the range. Me and Bobby. We used to go to the range every Saturday. Down a mountain view. And I can tell you that that really helped my skills much better. So that's why I was able to do some things that others, understand what I'm saying. So, sorry for the digression. So in today's world, information moves quickly. A headline can capture attention in seconds, but understanding the full picture requires something much more valuable: time, context, and careful examination. If you're not on top of all of these things, you're going to have a problem, because we live in a different world now. We live in a world where, information, it not stay one place, it travels. Information travel faster than the wind. That's how it travel. You can't see the wind, but you can't see information. And that's how things are in this world, this day and age. Life is not like when I was growing up, where things take time before it reaches. No. Everything just take a fraction of a second and it reach everyone. Somebody dead at Jamaica and told you hear it where you're at. That's how information, that's how things are now in the 21st century. That is the reason this series was not created as one short video. Important discussion about accountability, relationships, public responsibility, trust, and transparency cannot be reduced to a few minutes without losing important details. When conversations are rushed, people often focus on emotions instead of understanding. They focus on opinions instead of principles. The purpose of this series is to encourage people to think, ask questions, and examine issues from a broader perspective. In part 1, we examine the foundation, the meaning of accountability. We discuss why accountability is necessary in every society and why everyone must understand that responsibility comes with every position of influence. In part 2, we explore the challenging balance between friendship and public duty. We look at why personal relationships are important, but why principles such as fairness, professionalism, and responsibility must remain central, and when public trust is involved. In part 3, we focus on truth, trust, and transparency. T to the third power, because without trust, communities struggle. Without truth, decisions become difficult. Without transparency, people lose confidence in the institutions and leaders that affect their lives. But this journey is not finished. There is still part 4, where we bring everything together and focus on the bigger picture, the role of communities play, the importance of constructive conversation, and how people can work together towards stronger solutions. The reason for creating 4 parts is simple. I want to give this discussion the attention it deserves. I want viewers to have the opportunity to absorb each topic, reflect on the information, and participate in a meaningful conversation. For those who want the extended version, additional background information, deeper discussions, and exclusive content that cannot always fit into a public video, we invite you to consider joining our Patreon community. Jamaican Young Police continue producing detailed content, longer discussions, and educational conversation that go beyond the surface. Whether you are watching publicly or supporting through Patreon, your participation matters. Yes, your participation matters. And thanks for being a loyal member of the Jamaican Young Police channel. And the word for part 3 is trust. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police channel out.